Good morning, welcome back to a new video, the last vlog of my London trip. I just checked out of my room. Ooh, this is nice, it's jasmine, it smells awesome. I'm hungry and I wanted to get a scone or something in London. So I'm thinking of going to a tea room to get something to eat. And I want to be back at the tattoo store shop because this is a total mess. It's coming off. I need to have that looked at. Plus, I forgot to give her the souvenir, guys. Oh my gosh, I forgot to give her the souvenir. So I'm going back there, but I have like 3 hours. It's now 9 o'clock. I want to be there 11:45. So I'm not sure. I'm taking a bus because I'm tired. It's been a packed couple of days. I've been walking everywhere and I'm going so many places today. It's too much to walk. So I'm going to take buses. I have an Oyster card. I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to take buses and subs and see if we can see some more of London, go everywhere. Anyway, I'm going to go to the bus, go to the tea room, and then hopefully make it in time to the other way in London where we can get second skin fixed up and then we'll be ready to travel home. I have the Eurostar train back to the Netherlands at 6. I have to be back at the station around 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that. I'll probably be there 4:30. I'll grab a bite to eat there before I get into the train. The red back, I have a less fancy train seat because on the way here they didn't have that less fancy seat, so I hope it's not worse. It's not like terrible, but we'll see. It's gonna be an evening ride, so I'll just chill. Okay, let's find a bus and get on it. So I changed my plan. I really want to get a scone today and I haven't had any breakfast, and I was thinking I'm gonna take a train to Buckingham Palace. I think that's where it was. Bus, and then I would eat there for an hour and then I would have to make my way back to the tattoo shop, but I just couldn't get it clear in my mind. My time blindness was getting in the way, and the tattoo artist has a tattoo appointment at 12. I want to be gone before that person arrives so that she can focus on that person. So I thought if something goes wrong and I'm on the wrong side of London, it just got me a little bit anxious. So I figured I don't need to eat a scone for breakfast. I can have anything. So I'm doing this. I'm going back to the tattoo place, like in the region, because there's lots of places to eat there too. So I'm taking another bus. So I have to walk somewhere else to go to that bus station and then take the bus for 45 minutes, I believe, to the other side of London. And then when that's figured out, I'm gonna have some lunch and breakfast there, and then I'm going to have the tattoo done. And then when everything's settled there around noon, I can just move to the other side of London because that's closer to the train station and everything will be fine. I thought that's better because I was like a bit worried because buses were getting delayed, and I thought this is not comfortable. I feel pressured by time. So just take another route and I'll have scones this afternoon. Like, I'd rather have a sandwich anyway, so like, why am I pressuring myself? So yeah, let's go do that. about 10 o'clock. I think I made a good decision. We're going to find a little place to have some breakfast. But we're already like right next to the tattoo parlor, so I'll just hang out there. I'm just gonna hang out at the breakfast and then maybe have a little walk around and then go there, and then I can check it off my list and have a rest of an awesome rest of the day somewhere else in London. Let's see where we can have some nice breakfast. So I just had a really wonderful lunch in this little spot. What is it called? Holland Park Cafe, I don't know. It's really nice. I had a really nice egg, but the bread was black because it's charcoal sourdough. It was really nice. I loved it. But I was looking out over this park area because I sat down at a table where I can see all the dogs, because of course I love dogs. And there is a dog trainer here, and he has the most horrible way of interacting with dogs. And I was sitting there for about an hour and I was thinking, oh my god. But I looked him up. He's an Italian. I'm not gonna I videoed him, but I'm not gonna put it in here. I'm not going to, like, how do you say that, smear someone's name. But he is like, he was so, I don't know how to say this, like bullying the dogs. Like, I kept seeing, I don't know where he is now. I kept seeing them being like misunderstood. Like, he would grab them in the necks and they would like, how do you say that? If he would bend down to grab them, they would like flinch. They were all flinching all the time. He would just correct them, and I was looking at like, what is he correcting? What is happening? What behavior does he want to see that he's not seeing, that he keeps correcting? Like, even I couldn't figure out what he meant. And how can a dog know what he means if he doesn't tell him what he wants? He just tells him what he doesn't like. Anyway, that wasn't very fun. And I was thinking to myself, this is always a dilemma. Like, do you film it and report it somewhere? Do you go up to him and say like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I just look at it, get frustrated, move on with my life. And I know he was a dog trainer because he was wearing this jacket, and on the back it said dog trainer. And it had his website on there, so I looked it up. But he was one of these people that believe that a dog needs to be submissive and you are dominant, and the dog just needs to submit. So the word be submissive. What is I don't know. Anyway, I was very sad for the dogs. He didn't hit them or something. He just grabbed them rough and just like pulled on the leash, and wasn't fun. Anyway, I'm not gonna do anything about it. There were so many people coming up to him with their dogs, and him just doing that to their dogs, and they were standing there right there. It was not like they weren't there. The owners were there. And I was like, what the hell's happening? Like, what matrix have I gotten into? Anyways, gonna use a public restroom. I was talking to my mom on the phone, so I didn't really video myself eating, but I was just having a nice little breakfast, had some sparkling water. I'm gonna use the restroom, and then I'm gonna go to the tattoo parlor. Just quietly go there. There's a car almost coming to me. So let's go do that. You know what I still haven't figured out? I've been walking around London. This is the third day now. I still don't know, am I supposed to walk on the left side of the pavement or on the right side of the pavement? It just people keep mixing it up. Like, where do I walk? I don't understand. I just asked that man over there what the rule is. Like, do you have to walk on the left? And he just explained to me, and this is so funny. He said there are no rules, and it's absolute chaos. And he said that if you go down the sub, they ask you to take the left stairs down and the right stairs up. And I said, oh, but if you're on the escalator, they ask you to stand on the right side so people can pass you on the left. He said, absolutely, it's chaos. I'm so sorry about it. He was so funny. Oh, I love his British accent. He was like he was a little bit elderly, maybe, I don't know, like
67 plus. I don't want to guess because maybe I'm super wrong. But he had like the proper British accent. It was wonderful. But he said, I'm so sorry, it's chaos. Generally, the people just, they go everywhere. It's so funny. Because I saw him walking up and I thought, let's just ask someone. That was hilarious. Okay, now I feel better because I've had some breakfast. Ooh, I have to look right when I cross. This is so confusing. I talked to my mom. I said, what is so confusing about the cars on the left? Is that I am used to walking on that side of the streets, and I'm also walking on this side of the street, but that's okay. But what I always have is that I can see a car coming from up front or from the left. And now the cars come from in that direction. So maybe you should then actually walk on that side? So confusing. I just can't. Oh, I see horses. Policemen on horses. I can't put my finger on it. Like, because these cars, if they would go into these houses, if they would go into the driveway, they would come from my back. So I would have to look constantly. And that's, you don't have, I don't know, I'm doing something wrong. And also, I look back, start crossing, then I can look into the street because there's cars parked. Then I see a car coming and I either have to go faster or turn around because there's another car coming from the left, which is on the far end of the street. So normally if you would see a car coming, it's on your end, so you would already be crossed over that part when it's coming. So you see it coming, but it's coming on the way that you're walking to, so you are like colliding. I don't know how to say it. So either they have to brake or you have to walk faster. So maybe I should, but I do see people on that side walking over here and on this side walking over there. It's just confusing. Maybe it's just confusing because I don't know it. I have to get used to it. It's just wrong way around. That's what it is. Okay, so I gave her the souvenir. She loved it. I got a new plaque thingy, so that's all set. And there was a really nice man who's also getting a tattoo done. I asked him, like, where are the horses? Like, there's like guards on horses, and he said, oh, and he looked it up. He said, go to Whitehall. So it's starting to drizzle, which I think that if you've been to England, you should have at least had a little bit of rain, because England has a lot of rain always, usually. So we're taking the tube and going to, what did he say, Whitehall? Westminster Abbey? I don't really know. We're going straight into the heart of London, guys. Let's go. I love how confident I said that. Let's go into the heart of London. I'm a left-handed lady. Look what happened. I opened the wrong little gate, but that's okay. But as soon as I went into the public transportation, I was using the tube this time instead of the bus. I noticed it was getting more and more busier, and somehow in my mind it did not click that of course these places that are like highlights of London are very busy places. So as soon as I got out of the tube station and I went up the stairs, I took the wrong stairs, see? I realized, oh yes, of course, it's gonna be hella busy. There was lots of noise, there was lots of input for my little brain. I did not feel comfortable vlogging anymore, so I just filmed everything and I'm just going to do voiceover from now on. So I really wanted to get high tea, but as I am on methylphenidate for my ADHD at the moment, I don't get super hungry. I do have to eat though, and I like pastries like this, but I don't love it like I used to. So I'm just enjoying a little scone, which I love. I was trying to do this Instagram worthy, but it's really hard filming with one hand and then trying to do that with the other hand. And this place was so cute. It's very noisy here. You can't really hear that because I'm of course put some music under it, but it's really cute. There's lots of tea things around. It's really feminine, girly. It's just a very cute tea room to go to. It's super busy though. I had to wait outside for like 10, maybe 15 minutes. I didn't mind. I really wanted to get scones. And I also brought some back to the Netherlands with me for my family and friends. And this place was so cute. I do really recommend going there. And now it was time to go and visit the palace. Now when I'm videoing, I always try to get shots of the things that I notice, things that might stand out, things that tell a story, and it looks like it's very clear here. But let me tell you, what's difficult. It's so busy here. There's so much to see, but there's also so many people around. I really liked all the gold details everywhere. This gate looks so spectacular. I also really loved that on this roundabout statue thing, there's very empowering statues of women. A woman breastfeeding her child, a very powerful looking woman with a lion. And I love the Diana Princess of Wales memorial walks, things on the sidewalk that I was following, and it brought me to this beautiful park, St. James's Park. Now, I was so happy when I found this park because there's nothing I love more than being in nature. So having this park to walk through and have a little breather from everything that's going on in London itself was so welcoming. But I loved that there were so many beautiful creatures around. I didn't know there were squirrels in London and people were feeding them, which I thought was so cute. And at the same time, I was also noticing that people are kind of so far off that they're no longer in touch with nature. Like, I was just enjoying these critters. I gave her that little nut. Somebody gave me the nut to give to her. But for some reason, people just don't really respect the animals that are there. For instance, this lady, she's trying to feed the squirrel, but at the same time, she wants to pet it. And that's encroaching its personal space. It kind of bothered me. There were these beautiful pelicans. I was so shocked. And the same is happening. Like, can't we just sit back, enjoy them being pelicans, and just observe and enjoy that they're there? Look how stunning these are. I don't think I've ever seen a pelican outside of a zoo when I was young, just hanging out there. They were so incredible. I absolutely love these creatures. They were just hanging out there. There's lots of people around. They were just chilling. They were amazing. So as I'm just walking around admiring all these beautiful buildings, I have no idea what this is. I just looked it up. It was the Household Cavalry Museum, but I'm not going in any of them because there's no time to do so. I did have on my bucket list to show you the Big Ben, and maybe if we can make it the Tower Bridge. I totally forgot about the horses I was talking about just before. I never found them. I don't really remember where I was going at this point. Here's the beautiful Big Ben, and I don't know if the Big Ben has had some maintenance or something lately, but it looks so clear, like it's almost drawn into the sky. I think it was the way the light was hitting it, but it was so beautiful. I was feeling a little bit pressured by time, but I still thought I would have some time to show you guys the Tower of London and the Tower Bridge.
so tired. I've been all over London trying to get videos of everything. It's time to get back into the what's it called? Mind the gap. Get in a train, get to sit back across, get stuff to eat, sit down.
I made it to St. Pancras about 45 minutes before our boarding the area would open, and I decided to have a nice focaccia. I think it was caprese with tomato and mozzarella and some stuff on there. It was really nice. And I finished the movie Notting Hill because I'd started, I just had not finished it, which was lots of fun. I really like this focaccia and it really nourished me in a way. I didn't even know I needed it. And then I went through the customs, and this is where you are being held up for 90 minutes, which really blew my mind. There's not even room for everybody to sit. London, do better. Please give us more seating spots. Anyway, I made it to the train, and the seats are fine. There was somebody sitting next to me, a nice girl. We didn't really talk, it was just awesome. And then we were off. So thank you, London, for a wonderful stay. I really like this Eurostar train as well. The only thing that's super annoying is here in the top corner on the right, you can see there's a sunscreen thingy, but it's for 2 seats. So I was sitting here just looking out the window, and then the woman in front of me closed it down. She hit me in the face with it. So I understand that it's a big window, so you need 1. But that's the only thing that was a little bit more uncomfortable. So then after a while I shoved it up, she put it back again. I was like, ah, gosh. Anyway, the train is so cool. I love this train. And it goes so super fast. If you look straight sideways, it's so fast. It goes up to, I think, 300 kilometers an hour. Super fast. Look how fast this is. Chicow. Lightning McQueen fast.
Hello, my puppies! Oh my god! Oh my god, I miss you so much! And just like that, I am reunited with my pups! Bobby's in there, you can't really see him. Wolfie's in there. It's late, it's almost 12:30 in the evening, I think. But I got everything sorted, I cleaned everything, I put everything back in its place. I took this skin off and I cleaned it and I put ointment on there and let the healing begin. And put everything back where it's supposed to be. We're in my parents' street, boondocking in the Netherlands, and tomorrow we'll see what they'll bring. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know what the next video is going to be about. I think we're going to do some maintenance on the van, but I don't know what we're going to do. You'll be seeing that. Thank you so much for coming along to London with me. I will see you in the next one, and in the meantime, don't forget to say yes to Newvanventures. Oh my goody girl. Oh, that's my baby. Oh my sweet baby girl. Hi babe, love you.